Welcome to this video about how to interpret your Turnitin originality report. I'm Ali Ford, a Learning Skills Advisor at Monash University Library. Previous videos have shown you how to submit and access your report. After watching this video, you should be able to identify key features of your report and interpret matches appropriately. Your report should look something like this. At the top, you can see that originality has been selected. Below that is a copy of the document with any text matched to other sources, highlighted and identified with a number. This number matches a source in the list on the right-hand side of the screen. Just above this list is the overall similarity index. In this case, the total proportion of matching text is 46%. It's very important to look at the whole report though, not just the similarity index. The distribution of matching text is at least as important as the total proportion. Also note that there is no single approved value that you should aim for. Depending on the complexity of your topic, your level of study, and the settings your lecturer has used for the Turnitin Dropbox, the acceptable similarity level can vary considerably. Let's look more closely at the list of matches. In this list, there are 10 matching sources shown. Note that each source is not necessarily the source you used, just the first source that Turnitin has matched to your text. The first match here is 1%. In general, you should probably aim for individual matches to be less than 1 or 2%, but again, this can vary depending on the specifics of your assignment. The other thing we need to look at is the text itself. Are the matches just a few words here and there, or are there sentences or paragraphs that match to other sources? In this example, you can see that there are big blocks of text that are highlighted. This student has relied very heavily on the original sources. If you look closely, you'll see that a lot of the matching text has been quoted. But Turnitin hasn't recognised the single quotation marks in this case. It's still a problem though, as the student hasn't really said anything here, just relied on the quote to present information for them. The student hasn't demonstrated any understanding of the concepts discussed. In this next example, the student has tried a little harder to use their own words, but has only changed a few words in the sentence. This could still be considered plagiarism, and again doesn't demonstrate any understanding of the ideas being discussed. Here's a better example. In this case, many of the matches are to common phrases, et al., other cardiovascular diseases, for example, and so are not of any concern. It's possible for an assignment to get a fairly high similarity index if there are many of these small coincidental matches. Conversely, an assignment could get a relatively low score from a match to a large block of text. This is why you should look at the distribution of matches, not just the matches themselves. So don't just look at the similarity index, look at the size of individual matches and look at the distribution of those matches. The next video will discuss what you can do if your report has helped you to identify some problems in your work.